Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another reading. I want to apologize in advance for anyone who is not a fan of this angle. Um, During my last year of college, obviously, I was doing a lot of Zoom classes due to COVID. And this would always be my angle for if I'm even on camera at all. It was either this angle, sometimes worse. I would like level it up a little bit more. It was either that or like a photo that I took of my cat Bo. But I had one professor one time like, Simone, you're giving me vertigo from this angle. So love to whoever does not like this angle, but I prefer it. I actually might move it down just a little bit. Yeah, that didn't do a fuck thing. It's leaning against my laptop. Okay. I try to have like as little showing in the background because I just don't think the background should matter. But yeah. So I want to light some Palo Santo here. We are pulling from my Wealthy Woman Oracle. Okay, so if you feel called to listen to this reading, to tap into it, period. I also have my notebook out here in the off chance I get so inspired to write something down. It'll be right here. Ooh, this one looks... First of all, I really need to get a lighter for this, but it's fine. It's not the safest thing. I don't know if YouTube is gonna ban me. Yeah, I don't need a lot. Okay. This deck called to me this morning, and I did pull a card this morning for myself, but now I want to pull for the collective, and let's see what we get. Willingly turning a blind eye to something that could potentially be harmful down the line, or something that could come back to bite you. I'm hearing use all your senses when it comes to a particular situation. And this is something that you're dealing with currently. This is something that within the past few days, maybe past few hours, you've been mulling over and thinking about, okay, what's my next decision? What's my next move? The the answer is like, use all of your senses, use your intuition, use your wisdom, use every resource that you have, that you feel could help you move forward accordingly. This could deal with career, this could deal with love, this could deal with health. I feel like it's one of those three top things. I don't think it's anything light, because this is like a strong message that's coming through even without a card. It's kind of like a warning. Don't make decisions half-cocked. Okay? Be 10 toes behind a move that you're making. Don't make decisions with a lack of awareness, with a lack of information. Really, what's going on here, don't even think about a time. You're not being rushed, right? Now I'm thinking of like those baking, like Cake Boss, especially the kid version, right? You have all these like kid bakers, and they're freaking amazing. They have these competitions and they're competing with one another. Just imagine what they could create if there was not a time, right? If they were just a whole bunch of kids who enjoy, the beautiful art of baking, creating something either together or separately. Like, just imagine that show or shows like that, right? Without the competition, without the time limit, what would we be able to produce? That's kind of what this era that we're entering into is kind of calling out. If we don't have the same restrictions that our parents, their parents, their parents, their parents had, there's a huge shift, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If we don't have these same restrictions, what can we create, and are we actually creating it? We're really given a stage. Like, here, all the things you said you would never do, you would never perpetuate, you would never be like that, right? Moving forward, we have the opportunity to do that. And everyone has that same opportunity to switch up their patterns, habits, subconscious programming. Okay. We have the student. I would like to think everyone has that. I'll say that. We have the student card, and this came out not too long ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago. So really what we need to be doing and where we need to be at right now is just kind of keeping our head in the books, right? And I don't mean, it doesn't necessarily just have to be books. I just keeping your eyes open so you can receive more, gain more. This is not letting anything drop. This is like that game, don't let the balloon drop, right? Even if it gets so close to touching the ground, do not let it drop. Do not let anything that could potentially advance you, that could educate you in some type of way and therefore expand you, do not miss out on that opportunity. If there is a chance to pick up a course, take it. If there's a chance to, go back to school, do it. If there is, even in the field that you're in, right, there's just extra course you can take and possibility that you get a promotion right through that. Absolutely do that. Do these things, study, educate yourself in whatever ways kind of come up to advance yourself spiritually, emotionally, financially, physically. A study abroad is coming through as well. Trust the money will be handled, okay? Focus on the lifetimes of lessons you can gain from studying abroad. Someone needs to hear that. Honestly, the collective needs to hear, like, it's kind of risk-taking energy out here, right? It's kind of throw your name in a hat, put yourself out there, see what happens. Gamble wisely. Okay, what you're gambling on, the bets that you're placing, let it be based upon your studies, your wisdom, your previous experiences, your knowledge, your awareness, right? And that's also why we need to do things to increase our awareness, which truly is just cutting out any blockages that get in our way from just you know what I mean? Just being open to all that there is and not being restricted and not being afraid and closed off. Okay, this is literally calling for us to be very receptive. Don't be snooty, don't be a know-it-all. Don't turn yourself up to strangers per se. Again, be mindful. I have to remember this is a very public reading. I'm not speaking necessarily just to my clients who know what I mean. I know it's a crazy world out there. 100% discernment always. Okay. That's also connected to awareness, right? Sometimes you got to learn discernment because you went through some shit not having discernment. You're like, okay, I'm never going to experience that again. Do not look down on the experiences that gave you a lot of life lessons, that gave you street smart, if you will. The light weaver. I'm hearing studying from the best. This is definitely a great time to look around at how feminine energy, women specifically, but also feminine energy kind of shows up in your life and your reaction to it, your relationship to it, your expression of it. I see a lot of people looking around and just having so much reverence for the women in their life, okay? And it coming from awareness, like just light bulb moments of all the times women have showed up for you and how much of who you are, what you are, and what you have is because of some woman, right? And if not a woman, just any other type of embodiment of feminine energy, any type of expression of feminine energy, however that manifests. That can manifest in a man, that can manifest in an animal, that can manifest in a place. Like feminine energy can manifest in so many ways. That can manifest in a practice, right? Something that you do that has brought you so much peace, so much joy, so much understanding. That's really what I'm getting here. Let us hold space for all the things and people and places and experiences that has uh grew our understanding for ourselves, for life, for the earth, like whatever it is, whoever and whatever aided in, like, before I was confused, I was lost, but now I get it. I feel found. I found something. Life is starting to make sense. Whoever helped us shift from there to there, let us have reverence for it. Let us honor it. Kind of now, whatever you're listening to this, the message is kind of coming through for that. Okay, I did not want this to be long. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. We're doing this, we're in this energy, right? We're embodying this energy, and this is manifesting. Feeling like this is natural, is manifesting here. When you remain a student, when you remain open and receptive and willing to learn and advance and never cut yourself off from experience because you think you don't need this experience, right? When you're in that space, boom. Because all that happens, you're going to find purpose, love, light, and understanding in it. Okay, so it lessens the chance of you feeling in lack and you coming from a place of lack, fear, whatever. The light weaver here. What this is also a message of, and this has been coming through about purpose, right? Being very clear on what we're creating, what our existence, right? What my existence is creating here. What energy did I create today? What relationships did I create or nurture? What did I create within those relationships? Like, what am I doing with all my power, with all my strength, with all my capabilities? What am I doing with it? Okay. And the more answers I have and the more answers that I'm actually satisfied with, right? Again, manifest this energy, this feeling, this reality of having all that you desire, of truly, truly, truly knowing that you are blessed. You're beyond blessed. You are a blessing, receiving blessings and giving blessings. Okay, this is not a time to be closed off. This is not a time where it's like, I only care about 4 people, the rest of the world can fuck off. I understand how it looks like that should be the energy. I get it. I understand. If you can't allow yourself to receive from the world or give to the world, good luck experiencing this. It's literally going to be, it, they have to be together. If you're not going to do this is, you might catch it for a second, feel it for a second, but it's going to be so fleeting compared to it always happening. You always feeling blessed. You know that you're a blessing. You can be in the midst of something and be like, oh, you can find a blessing, a purpose, something from it. And if it's really giving an unfavorable situation, again, you think you utilize your wisdom, your knowledge, and all the resources you have to come back here. What I'm seeing here for the collective, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up after this. What I'm seeing here for the collective is certain things popping up that you've been through before. It almost feels like deja vu. And it's like, okay, how are we gonna, we're gonna do the same thing we did last time, even though we know we weren't really satisfied with how things played out last time? Or, okay, that's the question here. It really shouldn't be a question, but it might be a question. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up. If you want a personal reading, you can email me at scistartarot@gmail.com, or my website, SciStarTarot.com. You can also book there. So, yes, I will catch you on the next one. Sending you lots of love and good energy. Happy belated Valentine's Day. And, yeah. Mwah, 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 mwah.